Ania. HaWah, HaWah, HaWah. HaWah, HaWah, HaWah. HaWah, HaWah. HaWah, HaWah, HaWah. HaWah, HaWah, HaWah. HaWah, HaWah. HaWah, HaWah. Ania. You see Ania? Underneath that, you see Quivira, right? Quivira. Pause it, read it. And Quivira is very important in this conversation because we're talking about Babaquivari, Gran Quivira, which is the Kheeber or Khyber. Kheeber is the Hebrew, is the Hebrew, is the Hebrew. I'm talking about you. Shout out to J Matlock. We back in this book. And remember, the Khyber is also cyber with a C or Siberia. Yeah, we're going to keep talking Siberia because even though they put an S on it, don't get confused because the S and the C sometimes have the same phonetics. And that's how they hiding the truth about Siberia. Cyber is cyber, man. Cybertron, cybernetics, cyber communication, cyberspace. They make that sound a hard K. Then you got the Kheeber or Khyber, or it's back to Cyber or Siberia, right? So ancient Siberia ain't no different than America. It's all connected. That's why they got the whole Bering Strait flow. Either way, it's connected. Either way, it's still America, man. Siberia is still America. If we're just talking Bering Strait and we're still talking Russia and Russia connected landmass, right? Through Alaska, all that Bering Strait or the Strait of Ania. Oh. We talk Kheebera. We just talking Kheebera, Kheebera, Kheebera. Right. Same thing, Anion. The bottom, you see the magnifying glass, right? Because they're looking for Quivira, right? They go on a Coronado's expedition. Shout out to my wife, Chef Candy. She read that whole document live on the radio, on a radio show. Look out for more Zon Cooking with Chef Candy. Look out for all the Ether Squad. 6 Wave, we coming in hot. I just want to show you, man, when we talk California and, America, and why they don't put North America on his old mask, because you ain't in no North America. You're in Ania, you're in Quivira, you're in India Superior, you're in Gran Tartaria, you're in Asia Major, right? Okay. You're in Quivira, boss. Yeah, the Nagas is there. Why? Why they got the dragon? Why they got the Naga hunting the dragon, man? The griffin, the dragon. Yeah, man, you're in Asia Major, boss. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna keep showing you, man. I'm gonna keep showing you. Pause it. Yeah, you're in Asia Major, Florida, Asia, Cathay. We've been talking about this Cathay. Shout out to my Naga left a great comment, man. You know who you are, man. It said the Cathay is the cathode or the anodes. When you get into the anion, right? When you get into the anion. So, I mean, anion gets deep because remember, right? You talk about anion hydrogen or hydrogen anion. Then you can connect this fountain of youth flow because you're talking about these negative charge ions, but it's not negative, it's negative, my night. It's, dodge the vowels. The nega is the negus, is the naga. Negative, you're just talking about a supercharge, man. Supercharge. Let me just dig on it, man. Pause it, man. So when you see anion with a A-N-I-A-N, just keep thinking A-I or A-N-I-O-N. It's just ion. To go even further, a little deeper, man. Y'all want to go deeper before we get back in this book, man. The ion is just the yan, the yan is the John. The yan is the John, man. Who is Prester John? Who is anion? Who is on, right? And the avatar is Ang, right? Ang. Ang is Wang. Ang, Wang, Hung. All same phonetics, my nigga. The ong is still the wong or the king, man. And the yan, eon is just it's the John, right? The John, right? So the an, also with the han or the khan, really it's the priest. And then the yan is the John is the king. So anion is the ang or the Khan or the Han, because they take the K's and H's off the same way they do here. How they get to cyber from here, right? They take the K's and H's off. So the AN or the KAN or the HAN or the KHAN, all the same thing, man. It's priest. The anion. The yan is the Giannis, man. It's the living waters that got the negative charge, right? So the Strait of Anion had to do with a Naga charge, and when did it freeze over and become the Bering Strait frozen situation? What was it when it's not frozen? What will it be when it's not frozen, man? We're talking anion. Yeah. Hydrogen, anion. I'm saying anion, this anion. Shout out to my homie, man, that left a comment, went into the science and chemistry of the anode and the cathode. And one spins one direction, one spins the other direction. It's just about polarity. He got to talk about the poles and the shifting of the polar, electromagnetic flow, how it changes, you know what I'm saying? So the cathode is where the cathode is or once was or will be, you know what I'm saying? He said, that's why the pole's no longer in Poland. I said, damn, I never thought about Poland as a place that had the pole, man. I never thought about Poland as a place that had the pole, man. So Santa Claus is up in the North Pole, man. The polar. We're talking electromagnetic force. The hydrogen anion. Anion is a negative or negative ion or yan or hydrogen. Jam, right? That jam, that dragon flow, man. Now we see clearly, man. We out of here. That is a hydrogen atom that has captured an extra electron. So it's popping off, it's charged up. The hydrogen anion is an important constituent of the atmosphere of stars, man. Quasars. You are the star. Such as the sun. You are the sun. They said children of the sun. They just talking anion. That Naga charge. In chemistry, this ion is called hydride. The ion has 2 electrons bound by electromagnetic force to a nucleus containing 1 proton. If you keep digging on this, it will take you to the cathodes. And, you know what I mean? I written that down because I want to do a whole drop on the cathodes and the anodes. So I appreciate my knock for dropping that. But I'm just saying that anion, right? This anion, my name, right? Is an ion or a conjunct, like the Grand Canyon, right? Canyon, the Y-O-N is still the I-O-N. So the canyon is the anion, man. That's why they got all the water flow. That's why they be blocking the Grand Canyon. The canyon is the anion. Damn. Because they just took the C or the K off. A canyon, just because they put Y-O-N, is still ion, man. Canyon. The canyon. Who is Preston John, man? Let's go. So the anion. All right. The anion is the anion. I got so many tabs up. My bad. It's okay. Anion is Anion. Is the kingdom of Anion, or the kingdom of the Khan Yan or Khan John. Man, this is Preston's Kings. This is why this same region in so-called North America, Antioch, is the same place that the British Museum in 1530 has Prester Jan. Prester John. Priest King. Jan. That's Jan. That's Annie Jan. That's Canyon. Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon. Woo! Grand Antioch. What's this Antioch about? All right. Woo! Pop it. Okay. Okay. Page 22. We'll pick it up from here. Pause it. This paragraph. Pause it. We might do one paragraph at a time. We're doing pretty good, man. We're 22 pages in. We got one more page to get through with chapter 1. So let's do our best to stay focused and get through this page. Because it's got some drop, man. Just pause it, man. Pause it, man. Read it, man. Okay. Okay, Con, let's go. So far, I have implied that at least one ancient Siberian tribe, the Yakuts, were the forefathers of the Jews. So right away, he's going to make this Siberian, Khyber, Siberian, right? Siberian. Cyber is the Kheeber, is the Heber, is the Eberian, John. Ooh, connected with the Bering Strait. Hold up, man. I'm just getting some motivations, man. Okay. Right. Okay. So on the right side, you're gonna see Strait of Antioch. This is the previous name of the Bering Strait. So the whole Strait of Antioch is a whole book called The Mythical Straits of Antioch that we've been digging on, right? Which connects to the Kingdom of Antioch, Regnum, which is North America, which is India Superior, Asia Major, Grand Tartaria, man. Antioch. But this Bering Strait was not frozen over. Nothing frozen over in the 1500s, man, right? Naga's just doing Naga things, right? Playing with the griffins, man. Playing with the dragons. Okay. So when it says, let's just get there. I've implied that at least one ancient Siberian tribe, the Yakuts, were the forefathers of the Jews, and they try to connect the Siberia business with this Bering Strait, right? Which is the Strait of Antioch for my cyber Nagas, right? Khyber, Eber Nagas. I have also stated that in the rest of this book, I will focus almost entirely on the Kheeberi or Hebrews. So when it says Kheevira, Kheeber, or Quivira with a Q, you're just talking Hebrews. The Hebrews in Arizona, the Hebrews in New Mexico, the Hebrews in Antioch, Monogamy. I said the Hebrews in the land of the Prester John, India Superior. Yeah, okay, we getting somewhere. We getting lots of places, man. We still just talking about India Superior. Yeah, you've seen it before. Repetition breaks the spell, man. Meditate on it, man. Pause it and light a candle, man. And stay focused, man. All right, so the Kheeberi or Hebrews producing some startling information that anyone can corroborate for himself, but I'll do more than that. I hope to prove that these Kheeberi tattooed their name in every region on earth. Prester John was the imperator of the earth. King David is the head, not the tail. The covenant is with David forever. Judah of the earth. It wasn't just, State of Israel, 1947, Middle East. It wasn't none. We are the East. We are the Orient. They flipped the Mercator projection. This is the East, my nigga. So these Hebrews, Kheeberi Hebrews, tattooed their name in every region on earth, just as the Indian Kshatriya or Hattia did. And before they said that this is the Hittites, and it's also Haiti. and so abundantly that the evidence can in no way be refuted. Our English language is a serial killer of non-English tongues. Once we incorporate foreign words into our strange but wonderful language, we tend to butcher them beyond all recognition. For example, another ancient name of Siberia, Hyperborea. Now, this is the body bag for the illusion. And this author still, with all this drop, ain't gonna put together that Siberia is the Kheeber, is Quivira, is America, India superior, connected with the anion to the anion, the Strait of Anion to the Anion Regnum, Anion Kingdom, the Bering Strait, Siberia, the Asia Minor or the Russia over there to the land of the Rus right here, connected to the same Bering Strait, same Strait of Anion. The Siberia is the Hyperborea, right? Which is the Hebrew, man. Maybe he do connect. We gotta keep reading. Uh-oh. Maybe he do connect. Maybe I gotta keep reading. Maybe drop. You gotta slow down because you dropping too fast, man. Another ancient name of Siberia, Hyperborea, appears to be a medical term for some human affliction. Therefore, to get the real pronunciation, we have to backtrack far into the remote past to find out how the ancients pronounced it. In his book, India in Greece, the renowned 17th century linguist and ethnographer Edward Pococke states, among the Greeks writers of antiquity, stress is always laid on the piety of the Hyperboreans, that is, the people of the Khyber or the Hebrews. Say it with me, Con. Body bag for the illusion. So he just said the Cyber is the Hyperborea. And now we know the Hyperborea is the Hebrews. Bang, bang, bang. So it wasn't no hunch I was on when I said, wait a minute, we got to stop. We got to stop giving these people Siberia. We got to stop giving away Siberia. We got to stop saying, you Native Americans, you're not from America, you're from Siberia. They're just Siberians. We're Siberians. We're the Cyber. We're the Khyber. We're the Hyperboreans. We're the Hebrew, huh? Don't give away Siberia. Don't give away Russia, all that. Ancient Siberia is the Rus, is the Asia, major, minor, don't matter. They're all connected. The land don't say I'm major, you minor. They're just drawing the maps based on where the Presta is, man. Where the Dawood is, man. So the Khyber is the Hebrew, is the Hyperborean, is the Siberia. Perhaps the most shocking and amazing evidence I can give proving that the Kheeberis, the Phoenician or Jews, once covered and dominated every single inch on this earth is the prefix cyber. Huh? See it, man? Huh? So the prefix cyber with a C to such words as cybernetics, cyberspace, cyber communications, etc. Because you ruled everything. Everything connects to you phonetically. They just switch it up with a one-letter rule, but it's still the Khyber, Cyber, Kheevira, with a Q, with a K, with a C, with an S. Ain't that crazy how this forked tongue keeps splitting? It could be Cyber, Khyber, Heber, Kheevira with a Q, Siberia with an S, Cyber with a C, or put a K and you're back to the Kheeberi, which is the copper. The copper is the cyber. He already broke this down. Capernaum in the text, in the script, you know what I'm saying? All connect back to the copper land or the Kheevira land. The Hebrew is the Khyber, is the copper. The copper is the Hebrew. Phonetically broken down, man. And copper, Khyber is Kheeber, Heber, man. Hebrew is copper. That's why the copper color race is found here is really code word for the Hebrew knock is found here in ancient Israel, in ancient Judea, in ancient Jerusalem, right? In ancient My naga, promised land. The Heber is the copper. When they say the copper colored races, they're not talking about color. They're talking about you and your bloodline as Hebrews, God. For this man. So the Greeks derived the word Kheeber to be pronounced Cyber, which is Siberia. Siberia in your face, man. I'm having too much fun. Predictably, our English language habits have changed, so this so-called Greek-derived word Kheeber to be pronounced cyber, cybernetics, derives from the Greek's kubernetes, meaning governor, or kubernon, to govern, but it is not even a Greek word. The Greeks derived it from Khyber or Kheeber or Heber, a dialectical representation of the Sanskrit Cooper or Kubera. Can we talk Cuba? Can we talk copper? The Hindu god of riches and good fortunes in the name of the first civilized human beings and imperialists. That's all hijacked. This is not about a Hindu god of riches. This is about how they're venerating your ancestors that are rich in the land of riches, in the land of milk and honey. They're taking our ancestors like Sheba, turning her into Shiva, goddess of destruction, because it's a queen with her dragons, burning down the hijack. They call her, the hijack sees her as destruction because she got the dragons, right? Like Khaleesi in the Game of Thrones. Some, she's the mother of dragons. Others, she's destruction, right? We're looking at it from a reverse lens. That's how I know that they are reverse engineering from us, from the truth, from the Hebrew right here at India Superior, the real Indios, man, the real MHOEs, the Hebrews, the Coppers, the Khybers. Let's go. Cyber is Kheeber, right? Or Siberia. Refers to anything that is spread everywhere. Everywhere, boss. You are the head and not the tail. According to Deuteronomy 28, when you observe the code, you can see through HaWah's eyes. You can get what HaWah sees for you, right? What your parents want for you. When you go on your own, you go astray, you go observing your own thing, you ain't observing your Shabbats. You ain't keeping the Most High over or above all other energy, right? You're out of code, you're out of source. Now you get to observe through the hijack lens, right? The all-seeing eye on the back of your dollar is the hijack saying, now you see it through our eye. Now you're the tail. Now we're the tail and not the head until we wake up and keep the code and reverse things again. And that's why you're seeing everything fall and crumble. That's why Dr. Fauci is pleading the fifth. Go get that drop on Patreon. We just dropped part 2 with Stephen A. Smith's weak-ass apology to Kyrie Irving. And he's breaking down some things. They just talked about how the Senator Rand Paul was saying how they were using mice and giving them human lungs to see how they can infect them the most with the human lungs so that they know which pathogens to use to create some super virus that's easily breathable and, you know what I'm saying, respiratorily destructive to a naga. These people are destructive. You got to be evil to sit in your lab thinking about this stuff, how to destroy people's lungs and putting human lungs in mice. Like, I'm just saying that when we get in cold, everything starts crumbling. Now everybody looking at Fauci like he crazy. You crazy, man. We told y'all, don't trust these people in their laboratories, right? They giving us medical misinformation strikes for talking about it. Now everybody's talking about it. Cyber is Khyber, refers to anything that is spread everywhere, my noggin. That which is in control everywhere, boss. This linguistic evidence alone should hold us in awe of the ancient people of India Superior. He just says India, right? Ancient people of India. Pause it. Read it. We know we in India Superior. I said we know we in India Superior. The land of Prester John. So this is Antioch. This is Kheebera. Kheebera. This is the homeland, the motherland. This is the home of civilization, Antioch, with the negative charged particles giving you the fountain of youth, which is why they started searching for the fountain of youth right here, only in the last 500 years when they found you, when they found the kingdom, of the Prestigion in India Superior. Yeah, I can't make this stuff up, man. Right? Yeah, you see it. Keep seeing it because you've seen their globe so many times. We gotta decompress. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Just refresh everything. Just hit refresh and let the water of Antioch spread for the dismount. So this linguistic evidence alone should hold us in awe of an ancient people from India known as twins, mentioned in our Bible as Kheeber, who once colonized, inhabited, and controlled every region of Damn. So you know these are the Hebrews, and you got to say they're colonizing and capturing. Joshua's colonizing, or is he getting his land back and organizing the lots for the people? And only these people of Lot didn't like and appreciate the lot that was given to them and wanted to go to war for the promised land. They wanted to go to war against the Prestigion. Because Lot and Moab and them and Charles V and them didn't like their lot. They wanted India Superior. They wanted the Grand Canyon. They wanted Quivira. They wanted Antioch. They wanted the land of King David in there. They wanted ancient Israel in there, right? So did they colonize to control, or are you the head and not the tail? See, the hijack sees Joshua as a colonizer. He's taking our lands. Moab is like, you're taking our land. You're out of order, Moab. Get to Moab, Moab. You don't have promised land, Judah, Moab. Judah don't belong to Moab, Moab. No one is colonizing you. Get in your land. Get in your order. Since when can you walk on somebody else's lot and claim it as your own? Because of the color of your skin? What tribe you from, fool? Where you from, man? You know how it is. You know how it is in these streets. What? Where you from, huh? Where you from? Where you from, Moab? Is you from here? Is you from here? I would think you would be in the British Museum map of 1530. This would be called Moab in there. Nah, man, this is Judah. Man, controlled every region of the world for the dismount. The historians either do not themselves know this or they refuse to tell us. The only way we find out is through the way this word is used in our respective languages. And we'll pick it up right here, boss. Get ahead, man. Pause it, man. Get ahead, man. Get ahead of a con. Ooh, we coming in high. Ooh, most people in the American Southwest, yeah, we took it right back to the American Southwest. I thought we was talking about Hindu India. Nah, we talking about Southwest, Grand Canyon, Judah. Let's go. From Nebraska, Kansas, Wisconsin, and Oklahoma, down to Texas, New Mexico, which is the Meshi, is the Moshe, is the Moses, Arizona, Managi, and even northwestern Mexico have heard of the mysterious nation that inspired the Gold Star Spanish conquistadors to march to what is now Southwest USA. They're looking for the cities of gold. Look out. We're coming in hot right on Patreon, man. Make sure you get on there. We're going to be reading this book, man. I think we just finished the first chapter officially. And this is a great story connecting the Prestigion and Genghis Khan War exclusively for my David's Flame Chamber, man. I appreciate all y'all getting in there, supporting the Khan, supporting our foundation, showing us that you believe in us, man, and that we're worth it to you, man, to read these books, react to some things. We're going to keep reacting to this hijack Fauci and this whatever whatever we talking about, you know what I'm saying, in the politics. We're gonna get politicky because we know it get tricky. We might as well get get it in together. So now we're talking about the conquistadors marching to Southwest USA in search of the fabled golden empire of Kheevira, Kheevira, Kheevira. Cibola, Cibola. Remember, Cibola is Shambhala, which is the cities of gold, or it means, you know, the seven cities, man. Kalelus. Kalelus from, you know, Forbidden Histories of America. Go get that Daniel Lowe book. It says Kalelus is Cibola, which is Shambhala, which also means Sheba. So when you got Sheba and Solomon, Sheba is a title of the daughter of the seven, or the daughter of the Septimania, the seven cities of gold. You'll see Septimania on many of these old maps. Just look for Septimania. It'll be right over North America. Sept is seven, right? So September should be the seventh month. Who changed times and laws? So it's seven cities of Cibola are the seven cities of gold, which Coronado and them are looking for. So it's Estebanico in there, right? A term that the Spaniards mistook for an Amerindian name for gold, or they knew that they were in the cities of gold, and that's what the gold rush is all about. They've been finding gold throughout Michigan to California, right? Cibola turned out to be an Amerindian word for buffalo. Okay. Dodge the hijack. They gonna turn seven cities of gold to Buffalo and then stand on it and don't even blink, right? They might as well plead the fifth like Fauci, man. Get on that Patreon. We just dropped part 2, and we're about to drop part 3 of me reacting and just popping off and going crazy on Fauci, Stephen A. Smith, whoever, you know what I'm saying, is looking crazy out here and getting real politricky, man. I appreciate y'all for surfing the wave with me, because I'm surfing the wave with you. I'm coming right back here because I love this story, and we got a lot to do, man. Stay up and know that it ain't where you're from, is where you're at. And if you're gonna be where you at, you better know where you at, Jack. You better know where you at. I love y'all. We here and we know where we at. Click that link below. Please get in the David's Flame Chamber and watch a Naga flame on, and let's have some conversations, Con. And you'll also get my thoughts, man. I got some thoughts about this credit situation I'm about to drop. It's just like, it's a situation that's been working for me, man. My, you know, a little credit been shooting up lately over the last 2 months. Shot up like at least over 100 points. And you know what I mean? Just when we talk about the Exodus and how the Nagas was getting broken off out of Egypt, on the way out of Egypt, the Egyptians were giving out their gold and silver because they knew who we was rocking with. They was just giving, here's some gold, here's some silver to the Hebrews. Just, you know, read the Exodus, read as they coming out, man. And it's the same thing for us. We got to be in position to get the gold and the silver from Egypt, right? So don't just, you know, turn a blind eye towards things like credit, because with your credit right, you can get a lot of things, man. You get a lot of, all the rich do is borrow, and then they create new wealth and new equity, right? We got to have borrowing power so we can build our kingdom, and they're ready to give it to us. We just got to pay attention and start observing things like the closing date, right? Not paying off your credit on the due date, but the closing date, using the all zero but one method, AZEO. Keep all your credit cards at zero, all of them at zero before your closing date. Mine is on the second, whatever yours is. So I give all the cards a sabbatical for that week leading up to the closing date. Don't use them, right? We just catching them up, making sure we paying them down to zero, except one, all zero but one. One card you keep at 1%. This is just what a wealthy Naga told me. I'm telling you, man, they take that snapshot, they see one card at 1%, stuff start boosting in the right direction, just keeping that consistent for 2, 3, 4 months in a row. I'm seeing results. So I'm gonna talk about that some more and drop it in the David's Flame Chamber, because y'all like hearing my thoughts. It's just voice memos. I call them audio dispatches from the con in the mountains, man. I love y'all. Get over there, click that link, and stay up, suit up, and shoes up. Drop Nation. Salute. Con up.